A titan floats in silent majesty beneath the surface of the boundless blue, where the water breathes in rhythms older than time. The largest fish that have ever lived, the whale shark, glides slowly, its body a living reminder of a time before humans impacted the oceans. It doesn't fight, chase, or understand the vocabulary of conflict. It simply glides, unaffected, as though the ocean has shielded it. However, the sea's size is no longer sufficient to protect it. With its constellations of white spots and streaks, this cosmic giant is a unique wonder. Each one has a distinct identity as distinct as the stars in the sky, and no two have the same insignia. Its enormous body, which may reach a length of 60 feet, moves with an elegance that belies its bulk thanks to the gradual, sweeping movements of its crescent tail. It just belongs, as it always has, and neither does it dominate the water with fear nor command it with might. However, it is now on the verge of extinction, its world coming apart at the hands of people who ought to be safeguarding it. The whale shark is a patient animal. It bears the wisdom of decades within its graceful structure, grows slowly, and lives a long life. It feeds with a sort of veneration rather than hunting in a mad dash like its sharp-toothed relatives. Its silent routine of filtering life from the water while floating close to the surface, mouth open, has kept it alive for millions of years. With the constant rhythm of a heartbeat, it attracts plankton, krill, and microscopic wonders, making it one of the sea's last major filter feeders. It is dwindling despite asking for very little and causing no harm. These animals wandered the seas fearlessly for ages. However, the world has changed since then. The whale shark, this serene giant, is being pushed to extinction as the ocean, which was once a haven, has turned into a warfare. Once boundless, the water is now broken by human hands. The whale shark is endangered by human cruelty rather than by the predator of the deep. Its body is viewed as a resource rather than a wonder in some parts of the world. Its long, strong fins are cut off for the cruelly delicious shark fin soup, which reduces living things to status symbols. Its life is robbed for financial gain, its body is harvested for meat, and its oils are extracted. Even people who don't intend to murder it directly have unintentionally become its executioners. Whale sharks frequently become trapped in fishing nets intended for smaller prey because they are fearless and ignorant of the hazards that follow industrial advancement. They are ensnared in a web of human avarice that does not notice them and does not grieve for them, not because of malice. They fight a fate they cannot comprehend in these quiet hours beneath the waves, their enormous bodies powerless against artificial death. These lovely creatures are in danger even from the enormous steel hulls that blaze routes across the sea. Collisions are unavoidable as ships get bigger and more common. A vessel's single blow has the power to shatter bone, rip flesh, and reduce a decades-long life to just another statistic of human negligence. Their injuries are severe and, far too frequently, lethal. Some quietly plunge into the abyss, making their last voyage in alone and without being noticed. However, more powerful forces more pernicious than nets and blades, are at work. A world in turmoil is causing the waters they call home to change and move. The delicate equilibrium that has supported life for thousands of years is starting to fall apart due to climate change. The huge plankton migrations are disrupted by rising ocean temperatures, upsetting the feeding networks that whale sharks rely on. Plastic is prevalent in the water, and tiny invaders contaminate it from the inside out. Even the deep's once natural blackness has been taken, and artificial lights have taken its place, confusing, disorienting, and misleading people. The whale shark is suffering as a result of the world's change. Nevertheless, despite the tragedy and the losses already incurred, there remains hope. Some people all over the world have made the decision to defend these animals and bring them back from the brink of extinction. Like a tide, conservation efforts are rising to counteract the damage. Whale sharks can freely wander the sanctuaries that have been established out in the huge ocean. To protect them, laws have been drafted that forbid the needless killing that previously went unpunished. But laws are insufficient on their own. The most effective weapon in their struggle for survival is education. Like waves in the ocean, awareness transforms predators into protectors and exploitation into awe. From devastation to sustainable tourism, Those who previously aimed to make money off of their deaths now find value in their lives. People visit locations where whale sharks still congregate not to injure but to observe, to swim next to these behemoths, to experience the excitement of coexisting with something so massive, so ancient, but so harmless. Time is not on their side, though. Threats have not diminished despite increased conservation efforts. The whale shark is unable to wait for human morality to gradually change. It is unable to advocate for itself or ask for forgiveness. It can only keep gliding through the water, oblivious to the struggle being fought for it, oblivious to the fact that it is almost gone. The world will lose more than simply a species if the whale shark disappears. The raw, untamed beauty that has existed since the beginning of time will be lost, along with a bit of its spirit. It will lose a creature that has been hunted despite having done nothing wrong or asked for anything. However, time is still on your side. The tale of the whale shark is far from over, and the ocean is huge. As the ones with the ability to both destroy and protect, it is up to us. We have the option to ignore these titans and let their tales go untold. Or we may fight for the future they deserve, and not just for them, but also for the world they live in. The whale shark is not angry or hopeless. It simply keeps going, propelled by the currents, believing that the water will always support it. Let's ensure that it will always remain. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more interesting videos.